A few minutes. All right, all right, all right. Welcome, everybody. Bar is open, bitches. Welcome to Dragon Chat. We got some special friends with us. Obviously, we are blessed that Brother Mew's in the house. What's up, Brother Mew?
What's happening?
Same old shit, buddy. Brother Jimmy.
Hey there, good to see everybody.
We got Brother Saints and Slaps.
What's up, guys?
How you doing?
That's the other dragon. It's Saints.
Yeah.
Brother Saints.
All right. What's up, Saints?
What's happening?
And we got our friend Nelly now.
Yeah.
Good evening. Welcome to the Dragon.
It's nice to be here.
It's nice to have you here.
Well, thank you.
Don't believe what they say about us.
What did they say?
Believe it all. And we still ain't figured this out yet. You can believe everything and believe we're 10 times worse.
But you have to ask that question when somebody says we're not as bad as we seem, or we're not what they think we think. Well, what do they think that we are? You have to ask that.
Well,
You can see Nelly now. She runs her chat Sundays. Dirty Laundry. I'll throw a little plug in.
Thanks, dude.
You got it, buddy. She had one last Sundays, I believe, and not sure what time, but
3:30 Pacific Standard Time.
there you go. 3:30.
AM or PM?
Sorry?
AM or PM?
Oh, PM. Yeah, PM.
Oh.
Sorry. PM.
Well, no. With this crowd, it could be either or.
Exactly. No doubt.
Yeah, no, I try to be a little earlier so that people halfway across the world could still watch the show if they want.
Yeah.
I know there's a lot of people going nuts and going crazy out there. Tag Dad and I were talking earlier about these. And M&P and Jimmy and Saints, we were all talking earlier, and Nelly now with all these fucking gun stores going fucking nuts. You know, I had I was calling a couple of people. One of them was a gun owner. He had a gun shop where I used to buy all my shit. 2 women came in there and bought a couple of shotguns, and of course he asked both of them, what was the purpose? She says, ISIS. Not one, but 2. Both fucking women, dude. And it's just fucking nuts. I mean, I'm sitting here watching TV, first time in a million years. I see they're having a fucking pep rally on these fucking Muslim fucks in fucking the state of fucking Michigan, doing a pep rally for ISIS and Muslims.
No, see, that was that.
Can you tell me what the fuck's up with that, Brother Neil? Because I didn't get the
That
whole
wasn't
gist.
a pep rally for. It was a pep rally against.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Right?
Thank you.
But it got spun to look like it was for. You know what I mean?
Exactly. That's how they made it look like, bro.
No, I know. I saw the same thing and I went and followed it down because it's like, come on,
Yeah.
really? I mean, that would be, national news of a pro-ISIS rally in fucking Dearborn or Flint, Michigan. That would be national news, right?
Absolutely.
What's not national news? What's not national news is an anti-ISIS rally by Muslims in the area, right, of Dearborn and Flint, Michigan. That's really not news. Why? Because Dearborn and Flint are a large Muslim community, and it's a large Shiite community. I don't know. Look, I'm not good with that. I'm not good with
With their tongue.
No, it's not their tongue. It's their tribes, right? So not the tribes. I'm not trying to say that. I'm drawing blank on the word. It's like Irish. It's like the Catholics and the Protestants, right? They're whatever. Anyway.
Oh, are you talking about like Islam or jihad or what?
Well, Islam, right? So Islam
They're Sunni and Shiite.
Right. They're Sunni and Shiite.
Sunni and Shiite, yeah.
Right. Now the Shiite Muslims are the ones who are anti-ISIS. They're the Iraqis. That was the main thing of the Iraqis and the Iranians, right? So
And Hezbollah.
They're not Arab Muslims, right? So Lebanon, Lebanon, Iran, and Iraq and they're non-Arab Muslims, right? Now the Sunni are the Arab Muslims in that area, right? So they're the Arabs. And the ISIL, ISIS, Daesh, Durka, fucking goat fuckers, whatever you want to call them, right? Those fuckers are the ISIS, right? The Sunnis. And they're the ones that they're the largest sect in the Middle East, right? So it's like, and in a way, from a Christian point of view, from my point of view, it's like being either a Baptist or Methodist or whatever. They're all Islam, but they're different, right? They're little different sects, little different, thoughts on the process of being part of Islam, right? So who we're fighting the Sunnis.
Yeah.
We're not fighting the Shia. And the Shia are the ones that are the Muslims that are the quote-unquote good Muslims that are helping us fight against ISIL, ISIS, Daesh, Durka, goat fuckers, whatever you want to call it, right?
Right.
And those are the ones that did an anti-ISIS rally in Dearborn and Flint. But, of course, many people don't get the differences, right?
Yep.
So
because they just see all
that,
families.
Even just from the explanation you gave of what they are you not confused yet? People don't know if it's for or against, up, down, like.
Well, but this is the simplest way to explain it is it's Protestant Catholic, right?
Well, if you want,
it's bring it to Belfast. You know what I'm saying? And those are my people, right? That's why I was able to understand it in that light, easier, right? Because it's just Protestant Christian. It's just Protestant Catholic, right? You're both Christians. You both believe in the same Jesus. You both believe in the same God. You both believe in the same Holy Trinity. It's just certain little fucking aspects that each one gets their ass uproar about, right? And it's similar with Islam. ISIL are Sunni Muslims. The ones who are fighting against ISIL are Shia Muslims, right? So the Christians and the Shias and the Kurds are all getting their fucking heads chopped off by ISIL.
Right. Yep.
And they're different sects. So that's why you can't throw every Muslim under the bus, even though, at times I want to agree with Trump about that. Throw everybody under the bus. Fuck them. Let God sort them out, But really, as an American, I have a super hard time with that. Because we are supposed to judge each individual, not the whole race.
By his
and that's,
yeah. And I have a problem with that too, and I ain't gonna lie.
And you know what? I grew up around a lot of Jews who had numbers tattooed on their fucking arms. I don't want to see nobody else, I don't want to see nobody in this fucking country getting the fucking registration of a person. I don't want to see guns registered. I sure as fuck don't want to see people registered.
But Islam is a religion, not a race.
Right.
Yes.
That's why I tried to help people understand that the Shia Muslims are non-Arab Muslims, right? Arab is a race. Those are Persians, right?
Yeah.
In general. The Shia Muslims are in general Persians, right? Like the Iranians, which used to be our real good friends for a long time before Carter. But anyway, so that's all water under the bridge.
A lot of people are familiar with racial discrimination. Hey honky, hey cracker, that's whatever, But that's strong discrimination. But until you've been religiously discriminated against, that to me, I think that's probably the strongest hatred. People of.
Well, the Jews, right? The Jews, the Shias, the Christians over in that part of the world are being severely discriminated against by the Sunni, right? So much so that they're getting their heads chopped off, right? In Egypt, in Lebanon, in Libya, they're getting fucking heads chopped off by them. So that's severely. But the thing that most people don't realize is Muslims. Like you said, Muslim is a religion, it's not a race, right? So there's a rainbow coalition of people who call themselves Muslim, right? From the darkest of Africa, right, to people in China, to people in Burma, to people in, all along Micronesia, the Philippines, Vietnam, all over the world. There's a billion of you fuckers, right? Just like there's a billion Christians out there, and they're all over the world. You can't say Christianity is a race. You know, Christianity is a religion.
Well, I think there's a figure like 1.6 million Muslims. I think.
Billion would it be?
1.6 million Muslims. What now? That are what?
Or 1.6 billion.
Well,
1.6 billion. What?
Billion.
Well, what?
1.6 billion. No, it's not the biggest, but it's Christianity still holds that sway worldwide.
Okay.
Some form of Christianity, but it's a damn close second.
Yeah, as of 2010, over 1.6 billion, or about 2.3 or 23.4% of the world's population. Woo! Woo!
That's what I'm saying, man.
And it's the fastest growing.
Yeah, they're coming in our fucking schools. They're coming into our schools and fucking having a pep rally and telling all of our kids to fucking be this way and be that way. Yeah, I understand there's good Muslims out there. I get it. Okay? I get it. But fucking, it's hard fucking saying, oh, you're a fucking this type of Muslim. Oh, you're that type of Muslim. Oh, you're this type of Muslim. Like you were describing earlier. I'm not gonna lie. Shit is, it's twisted.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's hard. It's definitely not easy, G. It's definitely not easy. I mean, how can you tell the difference? Okay, so it's what? So we're gonna discriminate against all Arabs, and you're gonna go up to every Muslim and ask, "Are you a Wasabi Muslim?"
Are you? Do you? What is it? Do you follow Islam doctrine or what?
Well, no. Are you? What kind of Muslim are you? You know what I mean? What are you gonna ask?
What kind of Muslim are you made out of?
yeah. And
Come on.
See, G, I understand where fear makes people think like that, but it's hard to compromise the ideal of freedom, right? Just because we're afraid right now.
Oh, you can't be afraid of anyone or any race, any religion, any nationality.
I'm not afraid. It's just I don't like the motherfuckers, man. I don't like these.
No, let's be honest.
As long as you're not afraid.
I'm not saying you're pee down your leg afraid. Right? We as a nation react to shit like we're afraid of people. We have gun-free zones because we're afraid of an inanimate object that it takes a person to do, right? So we're easily afraid. When that turned from, they didn't know what went on in San Bernardino. Once they figured out it was some kind of a Muslim thing, people lost their fucking minds like it was 9/11 again, right? And they're still losing their minds. You can't say they're not afraid. I'll bet the Nick checks on that fucking Thursday and Friday beat out Thanksgiving.
Oh, yeah. They do.
You know what I'm saying? It's beat out Black Friday. Why? Because it was Fear Friday or Fear Thursday, right? It happened on Wednesday. So it's Fear Thursday. I'll bet you more gun sales happening that day than Black Friday.
That's what I'm saying. The fucking gun places are going nuts right now.
Nobody's afraid on a Friday though. People get paid on Fridays. Nobody's afraid.
Yeah, and that's when they brought their happy asses to gun stores. It's crazy.
Yeah,
I agree.
They get their fucking paychecks and they're fucking buying fucking all types of shit.
Then you get Bummer blaming us and blaming the gun, right? So, like many have pointed out online, right? 14 died, 21 injured in San Bernardino, California. In where the hell was it in Texas? Where they did that? Anyway, in Texas, it was 2 dead terrorists. Right when the terrorists came to an art show in Texas to kill people, they fucked up in Texas. Why? Because everybody's armed, including the fucking cops, right? California, not so much, and everybody went out arming. I mean, if you go check out California news channels, they'll show you photos, rolling tape beeline of people circling the block of gun stores in California, where it's going to take them a month to actually get the damn gun. And they went in that weekend right after San Bernardino and bought them out.
Oh yeah, and that's going to be everywhere. People are fucking clearing the fucking shelves, man.
And then
It's gonna
Obama
be-
comes out and talks about taking them. And now tonight, right after the evening news cycle was over, they put out a statement that they're ready to implement universal background checks unilaterally by executive order. Yeah, what's that gonna do? Make more people go get fucking guns?
They're gonna be fucking checking people's backgrounds for fucking ammo.
Are they trying to stimulate the economy with all these arms sales?
You know,
they're good for business.
you have a good hand on your shoulders because I've been wondering that for years.
Yeah, that's,
She's good.
well, it's something to think about. It's, what do you get from scaring the people into buying guns? Well, you at least stimulate that section of whoever's profiting from it. Whether, well, you know, the government, the
Mhm.
fucking, the people that do the gun runs, arms runs, like you know the mafia or whatever the
Ruger's,
fuck it's called.
no. You know who makes the most money? Ruger, Smith and Wesson.
The people that
who
make the
just
guns as
picked up
well.
a nice contract. You know, they don't even have to worry about crime in guns, right? Because
Well,
we
but
are
it's the guns industry as a whole is very profitable.
Oh yeah. Why? Because America, we're one of the few countries and the easiest country to get a firearm and to allow our citizens to be fully armed, which, according to our Constitution and according to our Supreme Court, are supposed to be armed matched with the military. Every man in his house is supposed to have a kit that's a militia kit. You know, like the Swiss do.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Where you, until the age of 50, right, you have to keep shit in your house and go train at least once a year with that crap, right, because you are part of the militia. Right? The Finns do the same thing. A lot of countries do the same thing. We got away from it, right? When we decided we didn't want to do the draft anymore, we got away from that. And I've been arguing for national service for a long time, but then you have all your, you know, that does mean more government. But technically, we are supposed to all be part of the militia here in the United States. And we're supposed to provide our own arms.
The people are supposed to provide arms for each other.
Well, each man is technically a rifleman. Each man from the age of like 16 to 48, technically, right, is considered is a part of the militia in the United States. Right?
The American Rifleman.
Yes, you're supposed to be the American Rifleman. So you're supposed to be the light infantry. You're supposed to be the ones that you provide your own small arm and enough ammunition for what? I don't know. They had it in the old days. They had it written down. These days, say you're supposed to carry your first load of ammo, and the government provides all the rest. Right? Just like you're supposed to walk out with your first couple of days of food, and the Army's going to provide the rest when you match up as the militia. It's the way we were based, and the courts have gotten, you know, the lawmakers got away with it when they started calling the National Guard the militia, but it's not. And actually, the Supreme Court settled that, but nobody pays attention to it in the Dick decision. Great name of it, by the way. But when it spoke about how a man got arrested with his sawed-off double-barrel shotgun, and that's not part of the military arms, so he wasn't legally allowed to have that. He was allowed to, because he tried to claim he was part of the militia, and it went all the way up to the Supremes back in the 30s. And they said that no, the militia, who is every man, right, from blah to blah, is supposed to have and allowed is what they're supposed to have for their militia is the same arms the military carries, small arms. So it leads all the way up to a cannon and mortars. But
That's what they
cut you
did
short. Sorry, just cut you short of a nuke. So go ahead, Saints. You know a little better.
Yeah, I think the original, you know, you went all the way back to the beginning. I think the issue was 40 rounds of ball shot and powder, and that was what they were supposed to. Everybody's supposed to have 40 rounds of ball shot and powder.
Yeah, I didn't remember the specifics on that, but now it would be the equivalent of, you know, say 7 mags.
Load out.
Yeah, load out 7 mags.
I'm gonna do a quick Shout out to everybody. Thanks, Brother Mule. Sister Nelly Now, Brother Seth, Brother Jimmy Boy. Thanks for everybody for coming through. Listening. Much respect, much love. Wish you were on here, buddy, but it's all good. Morty's is out there. We got Nelly Now. What's up, Scott? Mac instead. What's up, Tracy? How you doing, buddy? The Constitution still does mean something on this country, despite the black vocals out. Yeah, you're one of those, Trace. That's what we're calling if you're a Constitutionalist now. One of those.
One of those.
What's up, Jayla? Let's see, who else is out there? Evan P's out there. There's no ammo on any shelf in San Bernardino. Yeah.
I believe that.
Mindfuck Matrix, long time no see, brother. He said, what's up, Neil? What's up, Jay?
What's happening, mine?
Long time. Stormy, what's going on, bro? D-Boy, what's up, man? And that's it, brother. Hold it down while we all come to go to the bathroom real quick. Brother Jimmy Boy, what's going on out there? You,
Well, just watching all this fervor about the Muslims and whether or not they're going to start using FEMA camps to round them up, and it's a bad deal if it starts heading that direction. It's not America, you know. And watching Donald Trump, there's some song about assassinate Donald Trump, and they're selling it on Amazon and shit like that.
What?
Yeah, somebody was calling Amazon their public relations. One of the YouTubers is, complaining about it. Well, what if they just changed it to, instead of kill Trump, it's kill Obama? Then they'd get a big fucking uproar about that shit, you know?
Such a distraction. What the fuck?
But
I mean,
limits on free speech in a sense. How far can you go when you start killing specific people, like, especially public people like that? But then you get these people waving the ISIS flags around. When does their free speech become clear and present danger? If obviously they can support, their flag like we want to support ours. But when their flag represents that we're going to chop your head off, motherfucker, then that's threat. That's good, danger. So then their free speech is probably limited or hit at ends.
According to our government, that's true. There is a limit to free speech in that direction, to where, if it's a direct threat, if it's calling people to violence, right? You can't incite violence. You can't directly incite violence. You can't tell people, go beat the shit out of that guy over there. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You can't do that. That's not covered under free speech. But you can make enough people pissed off at Muslims to make them go beat the shit out of the guy over there, but not through your direct speech. You know what I'm saying?
So if you see a group of ISIS flags and a bunch of rednecks show up and start fucking with them, their free speech is ended when they're representing the group that wants to jihad everybody,
No, their free speech ends when they say, let's whip out our knives and go chop those rednecks' heads off. That's when their free speech ends.
Yeah,
If
if
they
it
just
were
stand
like
there, think of it like West Barrow Baptist Church, right? Nobody likes fucking West Barrow Baptist Church, right? They go say stupid shit at fucking military funerals. Nobody likes it. So how did the American people take care of that free speech issue, right? They shut them down in a free speech way. Nobody got violent with West Barrow Baptist Church. Nobody beat the fuck out of West Barrow Baptist Church. The American people just would surround West Baptist Church and shout them down, so nobody in the funeral, nobody who didn't want to see or hear what they had to say, got to see or hear what they had to say. That's the way you shut down a rally, pro-ISIL rally.
I don't know. They put a bunch of people. They put a bunch of people in jail in Georgia for riding around with a rebel flag, riding to a park. They indicted a bunch of them guys on.
Yeah, terrorism charges of some kind.
Yes, sir.
Mm-hmm. But that doesn't mean they're going to, the only way those guys should be really go to jail, they're going to have to pay a lot of lawyer fees to make sure it turns into a First Amendment issue and they can get it shut down. And it's going to cost them money, right? But unless they're, poor rednecks with, just attitude and no dough, they're going to take a plea. You know as well as I do, right? What happens with the poor, if you can't afford a good lawyer, you're going to take a plea. So it really is a First Amendment issue. Of course they're going to arrest them because what were they driving through? Park in a black neighborhood with it? But yeah, I mean, it's still a free speech issue. They had the right to fly those rebel flags as much as idiots have the right to fly an ISIL flag. As much as stupid people have the right to step on the American flag and burn it. Now, you do that in front of me, I'm not going to guarantee I'm going to support your free speech issue, and I might beat the fuck out of you. But that doesn't mean that I'm right. It just means I'm an American.
Well, dead men can't talk, though, right? You know?
Yeah, but these days there's way too many cameras everywhere, man. Dead man ain't got to say shit.
No, because the camera will do the talking.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true enough. I just think that any flag issue is absolutely absurd anyway. Why focus on a flag when there are so many other issues other than a fucking flag? That's not my concern.
And it's an issue that though it comes up here in the United States, we've at least stood by it. You can go ahead and burn our flag. You can go ahead and shit on it, step on it, whatever. You're not going to go to jail for that. Why? It's a free speech issue. It's okay. It really is legal and allowed to talk bad shit about your government here in the United States. From your local government to your national government. It's your God-given right as an American to talk shit about it.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And while a lot of people don't like what anybody has to say anymore, you have the right to say it. That's why them Nazis in Skokie were able to march down the middle of the fucking town, and they kept everybody who hated them back. Why? It's a free fucking speech issue. But that's why this is a grand experiment called the United States, and we're constantly going through similar throws back and forth because we're the freest society ever and the least racist. I got a bug up my ass and started looking up racism in the world. We are the least fucking racist country in the world. Canada's more racist than us.
I believe that.
And yet, who gets shit on all the time about racism? Who gets hung out to dry about fucking racism?
Oh,
Americans.
me.
All over.
I do, actually.
Well, I mean, as a people.
Well,
Not
I
as
do
an
as a
individual.
person.
Yeah. But as a people, we Americans get shit on until we're the most racist fuckers in the world, and we're not. We're the farthest from it.
Amen.
That's because it's the stereotype of American, though, or a hick or whatever. You're stereotyped just as much as Canadians are. As
Hick,
like,
who you calling a hick?
Sorry.
Well, it's also because Western civilization we get called more racist than everybody else. Why? Because we're willing to confront our own bullshit in front of God and everybody, right? Where other countries end up in fucking like Syria, right? The bigger sect of Islam shits on the smaller sect of Islam, and then all of a sudden fucking everybody hates each other, even though they love supposedly the same God, right? Here in America, we at least, and in most of Western civilization, we try and confront our bullshit. Sometimes it fucks us over. Look what it's doing to Germany, right? Germany still has so much Jew guilt, right, that they're going to let their country get destroyed by Muslims because they feel so guilty about what they did to the Jews. And no other civilization on the planet does that. You don't hear the fucking Chinese, treating the Koreans good because they feel bad about it, right? You don't hear the fucking Vietnamese treating the fucking the Hmong good because they're the minority and they feel like shit. We've treated you bad for so long. Fuck, man, that's nowhere on the planet is that happening except on the Western civilization, the countries of Europe, the United States, Australia. Well, not the United States, North America, because even Canada is better. Mexico's better off than a lot of the rest of the world in that way, right? They're much more. They're not as racist. They're like number 6, right? It goes U.S. number 1, we're the least. Canada's like number 2, Australia, Britain, then Mexico, then France, then Germany. You know, it's just crazy. Crazy old world we live in. And it's just going to get crazier. But the only way we can fight all these shitty ideas, the way we can fight this fucking 15th century idea of Islam, right? Instead of letting them get past any of this bullshit and come into some kind of reformation, right? Is we got to beat it on in the ideas, right? And if that don't work, bomb them back to the fucking Stone Age and let them start again.
Well, they're talking about Sharia law. You know, the areas in the United States that want to establish communities that is the law in that community. And
ain't happening.
Yeah, I can't see that. They can see them practicing it within their circles, but anything that involves capital punishment or anything like that is not going to be tolerated by the quote de facto government.
Anything that involves anybody that's not willingly going under whatever that agreement is, right? Sharia law no law holds sway, right? And you know that can get scary if all Muslims believing Sharia law should be over the Constitution and laws of the United States, the secular laws, then we have issue.
Now, what part of the world has Sharia law? It's not all Muslims, right?
No, not all of them.
Yeah.
But most of them have it under one form or another. Malaysia, Burma, whatever the fuck, Myanmar, what it's called now, right? Is under it. Pretty sure Saudi Arabia, Yemen, you know, Qatar. You know, most of it's under some form of Sharia or another. Egypt's not. Egypt's still secular. Libya at this time is not secular. It's under some form of Sharia. I'm not sure who's running it. Nobody knows who the fuck's running Libya now.
Egypt's military. I think Egypt's military pretty much in control there still.
Yeah, that's what makes it. You know, that's as close to being a secular government as Egypt's going to get for right now.
Mm-hmm.
And believe me, the military are secularists. They're not jihadists. They're not Islamists. They're secularists. They're military who are trained by the United States.
Right.
Yo, do you guys ever hear the term
they're the ones that don't
stealth jihad? Stealth jihad?
Yeah, that happened against. You know, that happened once in Egypt in the 20th century, later half, right? And they a jihadist came in and killed their president at a parade, right? And they literally cleaned house. It took 20 years for the Muslim Brotherhood to even have enough people to think about doing anything, right? After 20 years, because they went in and they cleaned house, the military did. They did not like that at all. And scary thing is, and you know, maybe freedom isn't for everybody, right? That's something nobody wants to talk about. You know, nobody wants to talk about that freedom might not be for every human being, right? In the United States who are willing to give up their rights at the drop of a fucking hat, they might not be good enough for freedom, right? You look at the people that live under that do well under dictatorships. They don't give a fuck about freedom.
No, but who are you to
They're
judge
okay
who deserves freedom or not, though?
I didn't say deserve.
Oh, no, but you said not everybody can. What did you say exactly?
But look at it. They can't, right? They can't operate
That's
under
their
freedom.
fault.
They're constantly asking
That's
for
their
checks
fault.
and
Freedom is just
right. That's what I'm saying. Freedom
then
should be earned, not given, just like respect.
Die off. They just die off then, right?
Yeah, well, I don't even. Have you seen America?
No, it's like idiocracy. It's like the people with the lowest IQ are actually they're the ones populating or whatever, making children.
Well, you know, I've done my share in that. I've done my share. I put out 4 smart kids.
Ugh. Well, then thank you for that
4
contribution to
smart,
society.
Intelligent children. Damn right.
The dumbing down is
100% true. Mm-hmm. Where's
My
Quasar?
bad. I think he's working.
Where's
late
Nugs?
tonight. He's working late tonight.
Oh.
Oh,
But yeah, I mean, you know,
is he
when
in
you
the
when you
chat?
look at it, man, there's so many people who can't handle freedom. They just
I
can't.
get
They can't handle being a free human being. You know, responsible for themselves. You know, and to their community, right? Because if you live in a community, you're responsible to that community. So to be a free individual, you have to be responsible for yourself and to your community.
Hence, the people that stay in prison so long, when they get out, they go do something so they can get back in.
people like going to prison. They're right, Seth. They like
Oh,
it.
yeah.
They get to eat for free. They hang out. They chill. They lift weights.
That's
And-
it.
and-
They need to be. They need that control. They're not truly free. They need that
What do they
control
call
over
it?
them.
Constitutionalized? Or
Right.
what? Yeah, that's the word.
They like to be in jail because they don't have nowhere to go. They're homeless. They
That's
got no
well,
job.
it's their routine. That's all they know. If they've gone in for at a younger, it's like Shawshank Redemption for real.
So I do what I do.
Wow.
I'll stay out the limelight. Can't go out no more, man.
More and more, I just think it was, you know, it really was that 3 to 10% that drug the other 90 to 97% to the idea of freedom. Back in the day, you know, when we talk our founding fathers, there when you know we hear 3%, you think, man, that can't really be true. You know, there had to be a lot more than that by the end, right? More people had to join in. They only jumped on the bandwagon when that bandwagon was far on down that road, when it looked like we were going to win. The French jumped in. They were like, okay, now we'll try and see if we can do it on our own. You know?
People don't got
The more
man.
I see what we're willing to give up at the drop of a hat, and how easily afraid and led we are, the more I think it really was just a strong 10%, you know, a strong 3% that wanted real freedom and drug the other 97% into that idea, into this nation.
What's
People forgot how to say no. You got to say no. I'm not doing that. People have forgot how to say no. They're used to being herded around and ask questions that you're not required to answer. It's none of your business. If you need to know, look it up. They're just say no. Get mad.
Well,
Say
you know,
hell no.
people are afraid, Seth. People
or
are
say
afraid.
nothing.
You believe that people are afraid to carry their own fucking guns and open carry states? They're afraid because they're afraid to get their balls broken by the cops. These people are afraid to carry their firearms in their own fucking open carry state. That's sad. That's sad. People don't got the balls no more, man. People don't got the fucking kahunas. And I swear to God, you know, I seriously thought that shit was for the Muslims. And they've had them before in Vegas. You know, Tony tells me all the time, what's up, Nose? You got a link, brother. Come on in, man.
Fucking rebel.
I said Rebel link too. And then, like,
Well, okay. Before you get to your story, I'm going to do
Oh,
our
yeah.
one sponsor. We really only have one sponsor,
Rebel
and
Solutions.
that's Rebel Solutions
Brother
Designs.
Red.
And go check out the new T-shirts he put
Oh,
up,
shit.
right? Because they're fucking awesome.
I wish
He's got
Rebel
one
did.
with Washington K. It says because tyranny ain't gonna unfuck itself, right? So he's got a bunch of new T-shirt designs. If you're looking for something for Christmas, go check out his T-shirts.
Reb, I
He's
just
the
sent you
only
the
one
link.
that's ever sponsored the Dragon. So
Who is
Come
this?
on, come inside and meet my girl, Betty. Yeah, she's cool, chick.
Say shout out for the Bearded Bastards chats.
Beard and Bastards chats.
Here.
Shout out to the chat room. You guys are pretty sweet
Absolutely.
tonight.
Oh, they're good peeps, man. We got 'em. one motherfuckers out there. She was all worried about these trolls. Sorry, but sorry, that's how I am. I'm a true motherfucker. I put it out there, but I don't want you to have no worries up in this.
Nah, there's just haters everywhere for every different person, and haters
But
are.
here in the dragon, dude, like I tell you, like I said before, Emil told me, we don't act like they're even there. I mean, trolls are good. They're not all bad, and I wouldn't even call them trolls. I just think they're just people with a different. Help me out here, brother. Mule. They're a different breed with just they look at shit a lot different than other people, and they fucking instead of voicing their opinion, they just do it in different ways, and they're called trolls.
Yeah, but to be honest, these days I'm more worried about shitty customers because retail sucks. That's 8 hours of my days. Like that's like real life assholes.
Yeah, see, that's why I'm not good in this economy because it's a service economy and I can't work retail. I can't be nice to assholes. I can't be nice. I tried it once. I worked at a back in the early 90s, right? Like 91, right? And this fucking drunk comes in at midnight and starts fucking with me and reaches for me. And so I bounced his head off the counter and kicked him the fuck out. Well, I got fired for that shit. Because I don't put up with rudeness. I don't put up with bad. I'm not good with that.
Yeah, I can see you working at the convenience store down in the hood, you know, just talking the shit right back to the motherfuckers. Well, use your fucking cigarettes, asshole. Get the hell out of here.
Yeah, I don't care. You know, I give as much respect as I get, right? So if you're going to come up to me and say, sir, back, man, whatever, right? You come up to me as an asshole from the very gate, well, all bets are off.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So what's the joint? Cool Breeze. What's up, Cool Breeze?
Oh, Cooley's in here.
Hey there.
Cooley.
I was waiting for Oppenheimer to notice that he was here.
Believe me, I couldn't help it.
She's gorgeous.
Oh, thank you.
How's Cool Breeze?
Good. And you?
I said, how you feeling this evening?
I'm good. How about yourself?
Splendid. Feel like $1 million bill.
There you go. Ain't no better feeling.
Did Nugs make it in? Who's that third dragon?
It should be Nugs. That's Nuggy. Nuggy first.
Nugs. What's up, Nugs?
Yes, sir, buddy.
It's Zoidberg, right?
Nuggy first.
We're gonna go ahead and punch your woman card.
No.
That's right. That's right.
That's Three Stooges. That's Curly.
Come on, man. You don't know the three. That was before you.
I'm sorry. I guess that was before my time. Amanda, do you know that fucking
Yeah.
Absolutely, she knows.
Three Stooges.
No, girl, I was like, you're too young for that too.
Well,
Fuck that.
fucking, that's not, well, fucking, she chose with Nugs on it. That's what Nugs
Right, I'm too young
It's
for
his
that too.
trademark.
Yeah, fuck that shit.
Sorry.
So, why do people always do, like, you might as well just do
just
a
like a
MASH
daily
throwback.
chat, man.
Just throw back to MASH, okay?
This is just like a daily chat. We'll just put it online. Like that. What's that? Fuck it.
Go lay down, Foxy. Go.
How many dogs do you have again? 2, right?
2.
Yeah, 2. Sweet. Do they like cats? I wonder if they get along with my cat.
Yeah. I have 2 cats too.
Aw, that's sweet. How's your day?
Good. Tired. Night, Kevin. Over here feels better.
What?
I was telling Kevin good night. He said his head hurt.
Oh. Good night.
Sorry.
No, I want to say goodnight too.
No, I'm good. I'm just tired.
Yeah.
I actually put up all my lights on my Christmas. It took me like a week and a half to do it.
You
But I
put
did
up
them.
lights?
Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
I cannot not. You want to see them? They came out awesome. Awesome.
I would love to.
Bring it my door open. Well, at least I think they did. Considering.
I got invited to a Christmas dinner today because my coworkers figured I wasn't doing anything and they were right. So I was like, oh, all right, I'll come.
Right.
Yeah. It was a nice sentiment.
Yeah.
Yeah, and with all the bad things going on, Merry Christmas, everybody.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas. Is it
Besides
fuzzy?
all that shit, Merry
Or can you
Christmas.
see 'em?
Not Happy Holidays. Merry fucking Christmas.
Sincerely, Merry Christmas.
From all of the
And a
green
happy new year.
and many more.
Oh,
Feliz
knock it off,
Navidad.
Foxy.
Is it a Foxy lady? Foxy lady.
Foxy Mamas.
Aw.
It's a pain in my butt.
That's why she's Foxy.
Right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to take her.
The suspense is killing me on these lights, girl.
You haven't seen you're not looking there up. Silly.
Shit, maybe
I've
not.
been-
Oh, wait, I see them.
Alright, let me take control of this chat again. What the
Oh, I see
fuck
them.
is going on here? This is the dragon. This ain't fucking
Nice.
my Christmas story. It's like I'm joking.
Hey, we had to take a look at that.
Alright, let's get back on topic, shall we?
What's the topic?
What we've been talking about the whole night. Muslims,
Oh, yeah.
ISIS.
I was gonna say earlier. Why do you think the
People
first
are going
and the second,
fucking
the First and the
bananas.
Second Amendments are attacked so often? Because they're the First and the Second Amendments. That means they're the first most important,
second.
and the second most important.
Yep. Exactly.
Yeah. Sorry to talk
No.
over you there, G. I'm
You
sorry.
didn't talk over me. You don't need to apologize. You're in the chat too.
All right.
You don't need to apologize for what talking. You know how to do it. You know. This ain't your first rodeo. Go ahead,
Well,
sir.
I'm gonna make a statement. From my research and careful studies, I have determined that a whole lot of people is buying a whole lot of stuff to do battle with, and I don't know what they do. And I'm not thinking it's probably not going to be airsoft.
I'm telling you.
Because shit is jumping off the shelves.
It's like
Larry,
back
like
2013.
Pepper stuff?
Well,
Just like,
if you start getting into the military surplus stuff, you got anybody that's watching the military surplus markets and stuff on eBay or any of the other websites, that shit is flying off the shelves like crazy. It used to there's stuff on there that used to sit on there for years and not sell. All that stuff, if it's quality and can be used still, it's being sold. And that should anybody that's paying attention to what's going on, that should ring alarm bells.
Mm.
No doubt. And it's happening
The funny
everywhere,
thing
man.
is the thing that cracks me up the most is before Obama got in office, they calculated there was 300 to 400 million guns in the United States. Since Obama's been in office, Americans have bought another 100 million guns. I think we're getting ready for something.
And that mule, those statistics only represent the mixed background checks. So think about all the person-to-person sales on Facebook and all these social media sites, dude. It's probably double.
Well, I mean, they never had a real handle on it before because we only, the American government only started keeping records since '68, right? So pretty much every gun made before '68 was a wash. It wasn't recorded, so a gun made in '58 wasn't showing up unless it was sold through an FFL dealer when they made FFL in '68. So yeah, it's kind of fun to think about.
Isn't 68 when they banned the machine guns too, right?
Well, they didn't ban the machine guns. What they did was they changed some laws so that way bringbacks had
And
to be grandfathered.
it grandfathered all the ones that were built before that in, right? So if you had those,
Yeah. And then but you always had to get the $200 tax stamp, and they didn't ban the making of automatics or multi-shot weapons here in the United States until '86, and that was the Hughes bill, whatever the hell it was, that Reagan signed. Which is why I've never thought Ronald Reagan was the end-all, be-all gun guy, because he's the one that made sure there was no long. The full automatics in civilian hands that were in 1986 by that register date, those were the ones that were going to stay in legal civilian hands, right? No new ones were coming in from 1986 on. That's why you don't see any new guns in civilian hands. You see them in dealers' hands. So if you're willing to jump through the FFL hoops, you can get one. But otherwise, you can't get a post-'86 sample. You can't get a post-'86 gun.
A lot of people forget that too about Reagan. A lot of people, because you ask a lot of people who their favorite presidents. My dad, his favorite president was fucking Reagan, dude. Love fucking Reagan. But
talk to your average NRA flag-waving conservative. They think Reagan's the greatest thing since white bread until you start explaining their record to them, and they go, "What? Oh yeah, why do you think the 1968 went through? California did a big push because they were dealing with armed Black Panthers, and they were not happy.
Not to mention that cocksucker started all the deregulations on the banks, which led us to this point.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, that's a whole other chat.
What's up, brother X? Good to see you out here, brother. Mr. X-Man Williams. Haven't seen him in a while.
So how was everybody's first half of the holidays, the Thanksgiving? I haven't really talked to everybody since then.
Sure. We had a chat, wasn't it?
Excellent. Everybody's blessed.
Yeah.
Amen.
We're moving on to Christmas now. What are you talking about Thanksgiving? That's so...
Hey, he hasn't talked to anybody.
Yeah, I used to talk to these guys at least sometimes 3 times a week, but at least once a week for a long time. And now life's gotten busy, so I don't get to. Even
Time's
tonight.
going faster. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I got shit I got to get done, and then like tonight, I would have liked to have been in like Casey's chat that he had tonight. I like talking with Case, but my daughter had her Christmas thing. And I was a dumbass. I forgot the camera. Otherwise, I'd be editing video right now because it was awesome.
Case always has good fucking chat. Shout out to you, brother. Case, not perfect one. I haven't seen him in a minute.
Not perfect one. He had a good chat today.
Yeah, I've been trying to.
a good video today. It was basically him. But
Case, I don't get off till 8, brother. So it's kind of hard for me, man, to get off.
And I was at the Christmas concert for my daughter, and it was awesome. Like I said. I mean, I think if a liberal, and it's funny because there's plenty of liberals, but if like a New York or LA liberal came to my kid's pageant, they would lose their fucking minds. Seriously, because there was, half the songs were about Jesus, the other half were about snow. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And no soft pedaling, no back pedaling, no changing words, straight up,
That's good.
Yeah, it was awesome.
It's always
and of
nice
course,
to
my
see.
daughter sings well, so that makes it cool too.
Absolutely. I'm sure you all took mad pictures.
Oh yeah. But I forgot my camera, so there's not going to be a video.
Let's see who's up.
Oh,
Did you want to do a shout? Can you do a shout out for me?
I can only do one thing at a time, G. So I'm up on this Hangout.
Yeah, my shit's a little slowed up right now.
It's hard to multitask. I know. You're all gentlemen.
No, it's not. It's low internet.
Yeah,
that's an issue I have as well.
That's what I'm going through right now.
So if I can only do one thing, and I'm on a chat, I shut everything else down so I can keep doing the chat and not get kicked off.
Well,
Exactly.
you're doing it very well.
For sure.
I'm a pro.
A pro panelist, yes.
I
No,
don't know, man. What's up?
it's been a good chat.
We always have good chats in here, but how many? What's up? If anyone's been paying attention to these Muslims, how many states they've been allowed to go into? I don't know what's. I've been out of tune for a little bit,
I'll be back.
but my main interest is the Muslims here. That's what I wanted to talk about tonight, because everyone's just going fucking nuts. When I heard that those two ladies bought shotguns today because of ISIS, it just blew my fucking mind, dude. It still blows my mind. It really does. These people are that fucking shook. Unfucking believable.
Yeah. See what John McCain started?
Fucking John McCain. Okay. He should be fucking hung. He's a fucking disgrace, is what he is, Jimmy. He's a disgrace.
I love Putin coming out, saying all this shit, how we're supplying them and we created them and all this shit. So,
Oh yeah, he came out and exposed the man. He exposed him. He exposed him. And he's fucking right. I mean, he didn't really say anything that was off. You know?
see, North Korea supposedly got a hydrogen bomb. I don't know if they've detonated one yet, but that's the saber rattling.
What's up, Barry Wood? McCain is beyond the troll, brother. He's beyond the troll.
Most of everybody in Washington are traitors. That's what a conclusion I've come to. And this can be backed up by documented facts. It's just people choose to not acknowledge those facts.
I'm going to check that out, Matrix. Thanks, brother. Gates wide open. You ever seen that, Nugs? Gates wide open.
No, I'm not sure what he's referring to.
Muslims,
Oh,
the
that
documentary.
fucking, yeah. I think I've seen part of it.
And what was that shit with Nugs? We were talking last week with fucking your state, with these motherfuckers that are coming in.
Oh, yeah.
Have you heard any more about that shit or what?
Honestly, I really didn't hear nothing about it until yesterday. All I know is that Middle Eastern men came into several locations around Missouri, throughout Missouri, and purchased large amounts of cell phones. The buy here, pay here cell phones. Who knows what purposes, but
Like 60 of them, and they were all in fucking Hebrew fucking lettering and shit. It was fucking all Islamic and shit, dude. That's what I'm saying, man. These motherfuckers are here. Sorry, Roger.
I was gonna say these people went into like Walmart and bought 100 phones at one time, and Walmart said there's something suspicious here. Of course, law enforcement investigated, but there's no laws broken. But law enforcement now has the tags on all those phones, I'm sure.
Jimmy, I'm sure a fucking tally motherfucker goes in the fucking store and gets fucking 60 fucking cell phones. There's a fucking problem, brother. That's a problem. And it's all fucking Islamic fucking writing and shit. Come on, man. Come on. I gotta take a piss again.
They have the bomb activation app already installed.
They had to put that in.
Yep, the app will let you arm 12 bombs at the same time, so you can have them all at the same time, or you can pick which ones you want in what order. And
if you guys don't mind, I'm going to do a shout out real quick. I'd like to shout out the Patriot Lobster. He's awfully red and awfully lobstery. That's it. That's all. That is all.
Lobstery? I didn't know that was a word.
Yeah, I just came up with that word. I'm pretty talented in it.
No, I actually make up my own words too, so it's nice to be of your acquaintance, word maker upper.
Yeah!
He's a sniglet.
What did you just say, niglet?
You said sniglet.
Sniglet.
Don't be ugly.
I'm
Sniglet.
sorry.
Although
My Canadians are worse than Americans.
Although I've had people refer to children of a certain race as nigglets, but that's not politically correct, I suppose.
Hey, I heard it said by a gentleman of the same color.
Oh,
But then Mad TV had a Snickers bar or something like that. You know.
I think every race has a racial slur, and really, I think they make it out to be more evil than it really is. People, even you get good friends with some people, and they even say to you, like I have Asian friends, yeah, I'm a chink anyway. Really, they refer to themselves. Well, I'm Asian. I'm cheap as fuck. They even play into their own stereotypes. So really, if you can laugh about it amongst friends, then who's it hurting?
Yeah, we had one chat like this in one of the Dragons a long time ago. I brought that up about work. The difference between just humor and comedy and then outright disrespect. I mean, I see all these memes about Muslims and everything on G Plus, and sometimes I'm just kind of saying, well, it's just disrespect. It's not humor anymore.
I think what Janelle's pointing out though is a perfect example of how the social engineering is destroying our society. When you got people stereotyping themselves, that is pretty fucked up. And the only reason it's done is because of propaganda and brainwashing.
Well, yeah, it makes them feel bad about who they are. It deep down, that's where it roots into them. But they're trying to make light of the situation because what else can you do? That is what you are in the eyes of the media.
Right, and lightening the situation makes them ultimately feel better, so they do it, which it's a sign that ultimately it does bother them.
Let's be psychiatrists.
Hey,
I got a degree in Scientology also to go along with.
Yeah, you didn't do it. It's by design.
Oh, are you Tom Cruise? Do you want to jump on a couch? You said Scientology, right? Because that was funny. All right. Anybody else? Anyone?
Yeah, very little of this was done by accident. Most all of this, though, was a playbook written before it years ago. That's the reason it's where it's at now. Just my humble opinion.
There's a video. It's television. It's bad for your eyes.
It's really weird like people don't think that when you tell them about the brain or the frequencies and the way the I don't know what you call them anymore. The shit that comes off. Yeah, the flicker off the televisions and stuff. People, you tell it to people and they think you're talking shit, or you're it's conspiracy, that's fake, that's science fiction. Well, yeah. Try not watching TV for a year or two, and then stand by a TV right next to a TV. It will literally, you can feel it fucking with you. It's weird.
Well, they say people are like in a trance when they're watching TV almost. The circuitry is different.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I did it, and that's why I know, because I don't watch TV anymore. But whenever I'm standing by a TV or in a room with a TV, man, it's just like I avoid eye contact with that son of a bitch at all costs.
Well, what do you think your computer monitor is? I mean, it's a TV, but the programming you're getting is one way.
Well, Yeah, it's a little different because the TV was designed to do that flicker rate shit, where the monitor was or the computer shit wasn't.
I watch TV, you know. It's hard. I mean, I watch when Trump comes on. You know, obviously what he says. They try to tag team with all fucking CNN, the other guns, and with Fox. They had one some shit. They was trying to fuck with him. You know, I don't understand. People fucking thought that he was fucking, you know, just for show. You know, it was all a fucking stunt. This motherfucker's serious, man. I was talking to one last night. He's tired just like we're tired. You know, you don't think he's fucking tired of the shit. I think he wants his country back too. And he has a lot of people listening. And he's not your average cookie cutter like all the other suits. And that's the thing, dude. He's old school. He cuts corners. Yeah, of course he does. Does he have a perfect background? Fuck yeah. Who the fuck does? Everyone's got a fucking background. You know, let's be honest. It's not like there's a bunch of strong candidates in there. You know, it's fucking cartoons. It's Cartoon Express, I know. But give the guy a try, man. You know? People are listening to him. I don't think, I never thought that the guy was in there just for a stunt or just for ratings or, he doesn't need that shit. He's fucking Trump, dude. The fucking cameras are behind him no matter what, regardless. You know, I just want to see a change like the rest of us. I ain't drink the Kool-Aid, but I'm tired of seeing these fucking talented motherfuckers in our country fucking acting like everything is okay. They can just come here and fucking come into our schools and fucking practice that shit and think it's okay and fuck that, dude. How the fuck do you think we would feel if we go into their country and try and practice our Christianity with these fuckers? How far do you think that will go? How far do you think that will last, Jimmy?
About Saudi Arabia, why don't they take anybody in over there with that million tent city they've got over there with air conditioning, running water, and toilets and all? Not a single one. They don't want anybody.
They don't want nothing. They don't want like us because we are not them. And that's what people don't understand. Why they don't like us. Because we're not them. We don't practice their religion. We don't believe in the fucking great Allah. Okay? We're not out there fucking billy guns. Fucking beating up fucking women, wrapping them up with blankets and pounding the shit out of them with stones and shit. Because they had sex with a fucking 18-year-old or whoever or whatever the case may be. They live like animals, dude. And that's how they should be treated. If you're going to act like an animal, you're going to be treated like an animal. That's it. That's it. It's not okay, dude. It's not okay. It's like when Tony Tone calls me and says, yo, you should have seen what the fuck I saw here in Vegas. These fucking Muslims setting up shop. You know, practicing, and it's, you know, with the law, you can't do nothing about it. They have every right to do that. I don't know what they're called, muses or I don't know. But you know what I'm talking about. It's wrong, dude.
Yeah, the shit with Saudi Arabia is kind of fucked up because Saudi Arabia wanted to sponsor a mosque in Moscow, and Putin says, "Well, I guess we can let that happen when you let us build a Christian church in your country." And Saudi Arabia goes no, so then Putin says, well, fuck off then, yeah.
But you mean Russian Orthodox? That's what
Yep.
they are. But yeah, you're right. That's exactly right, dude.
But Saudi Arabia is pulling all the strings, you know, for the Federal Reserve, basically. I mean, the reason we're fucking with Syria is because Saudi Arabia kept pushing us to do it. But yet they had the worst human rights fucking record of any country.
And what's going to happen with NATO, James? You know, that's going to be a sticky situation. Real sticky.
Say, bomb Saudi Arabia. Oh, where are we gonna get the oil from? We got our own now.
I told you, man, that's what it's all about. It's all about that dollar. Fucking ISIS is fucking selling all these motherfuckers, dude. It's all about the dollar, man. They're afraid they're gonna lose their business, yada yada yada. Fucking ISIS just feeding these motherfuckers, getting fucking rich. And everyone's fucking filling up their pockets. And they're out there fighting. And I want to see when China's going to get involved in. China's still sitting back quiet. They haven't made no moves, have they yet, Bubs?
Actually, dude, it's bad. If anybody's out there paying attention, you'll know that there's 5 armies so far. There's 5 armies, major NATO, whatever armies in there, and non-NATO armies in that area. You got China, you got Russia, you got
Turkey.
You got Turkey, you got us, and there's one Israel.
And everybody wants to end Israel.
Dude, the Mediterranean Sea and the ocean around Turkey, and then the water's going up in there into Crimea in Ukraine. Dude, it's a parking lot for fucking for ships, for warships right now.
It's a traffic jam.
Yeah, and there's no news about it. There's no photos coming out about it. There's more warships in that area right now than this hasn't happened since World War II. This many countries in one area. This is bad, and it's total media blackout. You won't even know this shit unless you're following alternative news. And even on alternative news, there's no pictures, there's no video, there's nothing. Not even the Russians are putting information out. You know, so
Just like
who
that
knows?
report.
Who knows what the fuck's going on, dude? Really, you know?
Just like that report does when we were reading it a few months ago when the Greece. When I was talking about the Greece fucking military or police when they found all those fucking shotguns and fucking, you know where those were going. You know, we're talking a shitload of them. It was a big ass thing. But like Nug said, you know, it's hard to find. It's hard to find those news. Unless you fucking dig deep. Everyone's got their hands out. Everybody's feeding. It's a clusterfuck. It's a circle fuck. That's exactly what it is.
Well, it's the great game. It's the big game, dude. They're pulling the cloak over everybody's eyes so they can divide humanity once again, get us all fighting with each other, and make it easy for them to kill millions and millions of people.
Yeah.
Period. I mean, I'm so sick of the black, white, gay versus straight, you know, abortion versus non-abortion. These are all divides. These are all division tactics to get us fighting with each other, so they can create order out of chaos and have their new world order. And then for anybody out there that thinks the new world order is not real, okay, keep watching professional wrestling. Fucking retards.
Hey, what you gonna do, brother?
Hey, this is the dragon. Fucking retards.
You're right. You're right. Absolutely. They're sleeping behind the wheel, no? That's all. They're sleeping behind the wheel. And like I said, man, you got a lot of motherfuckers in this shit. And then you have people turning on this guy, turning on this one, turning on this one. You know, how long have they been wanting us in Russia to go to war? A long fucking time.
Yeah, this all goes back for the Project for a New American Century that was published.
There's so many other pieces to the puzzle, man. You know, it's not just two pieces anymore. It's not just the two biggest guys. You know, everyone says, "Oh, Russia and U.S. You know, they're the biggest dudes." We are, but there's a lot of other people that are getting stronger, dude. In the last 20 years, you know, other camps have been getting just as strong. I mean, I know I would like to think that we're still the top dog, but you can't sleep people like Russia and China. You know, China's fucking strict, dude. But they got their shit straight. Their shit is straight.
But I mean, when it comes down to it, G, if you go back in history, man, we created communism to fight the Bolsheviks in Russia. We created Stalin, the monster that is Stalin. We created the monster that is fucking that was Mao.
That was,
you know. And then just to pause what I'm saying here for a minute, and then to go forward in history, then look at you got almost everybody out of the White House, out of the Clinton cabinet, out of the Bush cabinet. All these people are communists. If you don't think that, go find out what they wrote about in college. Go find out what they talk about in their books and shit. These motherfuckers are communists. They want communism for America, but almost like a different breed of communism. Mackinstood said, "I do not consent," and that's it right there. That's all we got left is non-compliance, because voting don't work. They've got that rigged, and they've got that pegged to a board. It doesn't work. It's broken. They've broken the system just like they broke the Constitution.
Absolutely.
See if Trump will upset that cart. They'll take him out before that happens.
Yeah, well, I predict, watch these primaries and all that stuff become, all of a sudden, they're saying he's got such a lead, yada, 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 watch. By the time those primaries roll around, Hillary will be catching up. Bottom line is, she was anointed at the Bilderberg thing, and all the information that's come out at Bilderberg in the past, the Bilderberg meetings, they picked the presidents. This is fact. This is even admitted. This is even admitted that Bilderberg members create policy while they're at Bilderberg. Who are Bilderberg members? These are people all over the fucking world. These are corporation heads. These are politicians. Yada, yada, yada. They're going to and having secret meetings without us, we the people of any nation, having a seat at the table and deciding our futures. That is ultimately the bottom line. They think they know better because they have all the power and money. It's fucking bullshit. And our ancestors on all our countries are rolling in their fucking graves because not only here, but Britain, France, these countries all fought for freedom, and they've all lost it. Every one of them has lost it. We've all lost freedom, and actually we never quite had it. It was within our grasp, humanity's grasp, and we lost it. And the tyrants have gained ground. And what fucks me up the most is people want to argue that democracy's the greatest thing in the world, when democratic states have murdered and maimed more people in the last 300 years than at any other time in history. It's fucking repugnant. I don't know.
Shit's getting deep, dude.
Yep.
Shit is getting deep.
Have a plan. People, or your chances of survivability, no matter what happens. If pink elephants invade and say they want your brains, if you got a plan for that, or a contingency, you're more likely to survive.
Yeah.
Just like all these earthquakes and shit, all these these planet changes, man. People that don't have, don't think about that. They don't prepare. Well, what if an earthquake happens? They don't ever cross their mind. Or what if a tornado comes? Or yada yada yada. This shit is probably gonna happen here. And the people that aren't worrying about it,
they don't think it's gonna happen.
No, they don't. No, they're mostly those are the people that watch too much football. They watch too many late night sitcoms. They can't miss their episode of Jay Leno, or whoever the fuck they watch now. And that's honestly that's their downfall. They're living in the Matrix.
That's
And some of them you just can't unplug, just like the Matrix movie. The second one, what is it? When they unplug the guy, and he's helping them and yada yada yada, but it turns out he's double crossing them because he wants to get back in the Matrix and he's making deals with the Matrix to get back in. The people are like that. Like Mule said earlier, less than 3% of the American citizenry that was on this continent won and fought in the revolution. The rest of the people were fucking sheep. They just went along to get along. And they probably didn't support the revolutionaries until the revolutionaries started winning. And that's where we're at now. We're starting to gain ground, so we're seeing more and more people come to our side.
Yeah, coast to coast. We had a story about somebody released from Guantanamo Bay 3 years ago has showed up on the battlefield fighting for ISIS. Yeah, imagine that.
wow.
Yeah, one of the commanders over there or something.
Yeah, you had to get CIA trained and everything. Okay, now we're gonna let you out.
Isn't that special?
And where was he from, Jimmy?
Oh yeah, it's one of Bin Laden's key people or something like that. Yeah, I'm gonna bail out of here and go to coast to coast, but it was good seeing everybody. And, thanks to everybody that tuned in, for the Dragon Chats. I'm glad G opened her up.
It was a good time, man. Good time.
We had the bar backs in here helping them out.
Oh, yeah.
So you guys have a good Friday and a good weekend.
Good times.
The Three Musketeers are motherfucking wet bitches.
And this is a great quote here, right here. All great truth passes through 3 stages. First, it is ridiculed. Second, it is violently opposed. Third, it is accepted as being self-evident. That's exactly where we're at. We're on that third phase. Truth is being accepted as being self-evident because it's just you can't deny it anymore. It's slapping people in the face.
Absolutely. But a lot of people are still living in that. Like you said. They're just in denial, dude. As long as their days are fucking happy, fucking they're lucky, everything is fucking peachy.
Yeah, I reiterate what Quasar said. Everybody needs a plan. Dig in, dig out, bug in, bug out. If you're going to dig a hole, lay down in it, you need to get you a shovel. Whatever you don't do, you need to have some kind of a plan.
And that's just the thing, bro. These motherfuckers think everything is okay. You tell them you need a plan, they're going to start thinking out. Hey, what plan? What plan? I'm not going anywhere. I'm not leaving my house. Where do you want me to go? Just saying.
This is another big problem that people have. It is a capital mistake to theorize before one has data. Insensibly, one begins to twist facts to suit theories instead of theories to suit facts. Sherlock Holmes, in the book A Scandal in Bohemia.
Ooh. Interesting. What time is it? It's 1:13. Hey guys,
I'm good, man. You ready to shut this down?
I'm sure this motherfucker down, man. Thank you everybody who came out and hung out with us. Much love. We'll be on soon. Thank you, Brother Nuns. Thank you, Brother Seth, for coming in with me. they can listen to a nice chat. Sorry if we missed some people, but we'll be back on soon. Anybody want to make any shout outs before we go? No, sir?
No, I'm good. Live free or die, people.
Yeah. Shout out to the Dragon, G,
Yes, sir.
James, everybody in the sidebar, everybody in the Dragon, all the bartenders.
Everybody who came and listened and showed support.
Keep your eyes on the swivel. The world is changing daily.
Good night, everybody. See you soon.